the type of person that thinks that people should be judged based on where they were born and raised, because you can come out of those circumstances and do something with your life. But I can tell you right now, based on the news reports, Aurora, Colorado, and New York City are going through it. Without a doubt, some of the people who have come from Venezuela are really starving to death and would much rather try and make it to the United States than to be unalived in that country. And if we're being honest with ourselves, that's understandable. And I also ask myself, as selfish as this is, why does it necessarily have to come at our expense? Not the people who are starving, not the people like this article who are now being sex trafficked in high level of gangs, because now the same thing happened in Aurora and in NYC has now taken over Dallas, and they're coming out and admitting it. When are we going to admit that we let enough of certain type of people here, regardless of their race, with criminality, that it's destroying this country from within? We're not all shocked about the sex trafficking. We knew that was happening. What scares me is that Seattle is considered a sanctuary city, and for all we know, it could be happening up here and they're just covering it up. You just never know. I don't want to make that big of a leap, but you just never know. I can appreciate that Dallas police have just come out and confirmed it. This was just more of a quick rant, y'all, than anything. Because it's easy just to blame the Venezuelans who are causing this problem. Though we know that lots of people are desperate in that country and starving. And yeah, Venezuela's not right for trying to invade Guyana. I wish they'd leave that country alone. But this rant, which is about to end, is not about Venezuelans per se. Can we all just stop and admit that however bad this is getting, that there are people in power in this country, people pulling the strings behind the scenes? Even if you don't believe that, because I'm myself no longer a conspiracy theorist. Who else besides myself feel like that this is being allowed to happen to us on purpose? And that Americans are now living in terror widespread for the first time in a long time in our own country? I don't live in fear of this, but imagine having your apartment complex taken over and you have to pay as much money as someone tells you in a struggling economy where you may not even have it to give. And some of these people who you're running out of their homes, who are Americans or who are here working legally, literally have nowhere else to go. And because of your own selfishness, you've done this to them, because a lot of this taking over is more selfish than anything. The real ones that are desperate and starving are looking for food and looking for opportunity. They're not looking for this violence. But I have to tell you, on a macro level, someone high up, living high on the hog and pie in the sky, is allowing this to happen on purpose.